Hello, West Covina Unified School District, and welcome to our live stream. I am Tony Ramirez, Chief Technology Officer with WCUSD. I hope you are all safe and well during these times, and that you are able to take some time to rest and recharge this summer for what lies ahead for next school year. We are excited to be transitioning to Google this Friday in an effort to streamline our communications and improve our productivity efforts, but also to provide the best tools for all staff and students moving forward. I wanted to take a quick moment to personally thank each and every one of you today, from our amazing teachers to our support staff. You have shown tremendous efforts and so much progress in regards to technology and all the collaboration with one another from school to school, teacher to teacher, classroom to classroom has just been such an amazing thing. So we thank you for all of those efforts. We thank you for your patience with the devices, the technical support. We know it's challenging for all of us right now. It's new territory for many of us. So thank you for being patient with us and working together with us to make it better for our students and to continue to provide an excellent education no matter the situation. Before I turn it over to our experts in all things Google, I would like to briefly cover where we're at this time. Our team has been working to migrate all of our data from Outlook to Google. That includes your emails, your email folders, your calendar items, and all the contacts that you had in Outlook. That means starting Friday, all emails will be received in your Google account. The one change that you need to be aware of and conscious about is your .net will now become your .org, meaning you will now log in with your .org email address to access your Google account. That's the one change you need to remember, and we will be sending plenty of resources for this following this training. As always, if you have any technical questions or issues along the way, you can reach out to our help desk or call our support line for immediate assistance. Additionally, this training is being recorded, so don't worry about catching every little thing. We can always come back and review it later at your own pace. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jennifer Crabtree with Educational Services and Johnny Guerrero from Technology Services. Although no intro is needed, many of you know Jen. She is the champion of all things EdTech. She's been instrumental in the remote and distance learning resources that we've been providing over the last few months, and is also working to continue to add to these resources and trainings regarding distance learning going into the new year. Mr. Johnny Guerrero is our resident Google guru, as I like to call him, works closely with Google and our team here at the district office and your school sites, day in and day out to ensure we have the best tools and also that they are secure and safe for our students and our staff. Together, they have tailored these resources and this PD just for you guys. So at this point in time, without further ado, Jen and Johnny, please take us away.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it. I hope everyone's well. Once again, I'm Johnny Tech with Technology Services, bringing to you this great, amazing news of July 10th, we're moving to Google. Hey, Jen.
Yeah.
How excited are you, huh?
What was that?
I said, how excited are you?
I am so excited. This has
We're
been
finally moving to Google. Can you believe that?
Yes.
That's so awesome.
Finally.
As Tony said earlier, we're going to be signing to our Google accounts using .org versus .net. So I'm going to present to you my screen right now and show you what that looks like. All right. So I've already changed and updated my account from .net to .org, as you can see here in this example.
Wait, Johnny, do I have to do that too, or is that going to happen for me?
I'm sorry?
Is that going to happen for me, or do I have to do that myself?
It will automatically happen for you. It'll switch over. You just have to be cautious if you are signed out of any of your resources, such as your mobile device perhaps, or another device that you don't constantly use, like say your cousin's computer. You might have to log back into it. However, I tested it on my phone and on my computer here at the district office, and it just automatically switched for me in about 25 to 30 seconds. And then as you can see here on my screen, previously I signed in with .net. Here's a bunch of other .nets, my personal accounts, but the main one right here was this one. This account was Johnny G at WCUSD.net for about 10 years. I renamed it to .org. I know what most of you are thinking. What about my .NET emails? What about my .NET files? What about my .NET Google Classrooms? Well, no worries. We simply renamed and updated the domain attributes from .NET to .org. Everything in my Google profile stays the same. As you can see here, here are all my labels, folders that came over from Outlook during the migration period. All my folders and subfolders are now accessible using my .org. I'm going to show you my Google Drive. Here's the thousands of files I've created over the past 10 years since I've been using Google resources. Here are my folders, my subfolders, all my shared drives. Everything stays the same. The only thing we have to be cautious of, as Tony mentioned earlier, is when we sign in, we'll have to switch from .NET to .org. Also,
which
yes,
password am I going to use? Am I going to use my .NET password or my .org password that I use in Outlook?
great question. You're going to be using the .NET password that you used previously to access your account. The only thing that changes is the .NET to .org.
But what if somebody emails me using .NET because they don't know that we changed to .org?
Your .NET becomes your alias, Jen. So that means if you had a previous student from your Monte Vista days email your .NET, it will be automatically forwarded to your .org's inbox in your Gmail account.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. Now I'm going to present my screen again to you guys and show you the Google Calendar as well. As Tony mentioned before, we've been working diligently over the past month to migrate everyone's data over from their Outlook world to the Google world. And as you can tell here on the left-hand side, all my calendars that I've subscribed to, all the calendar shares that I've added as well, past, present, and future events, all migrated over from the .NET to the .org. The next one I'll go into is Google Classrooms. This one's a big one for me as well too. I can only imagine how stressful this would be for a teacher that had hundreds of Google Classrooms. Well, rest assured, all those stay the same. All your classrooms, all the materials, all the students, all the data that you have put in your .NET world will automatically come over to your .org world as well. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And there we have it. We're simply renaming your Google accounts to reflect the domain attribute from .NET to .org. So you think you're good to go, Jen?
I'm good to go. I think we're ready to dive into Google Mail. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Let's show them how amazing this product is and how easy it is to send, receive, and manage our email.
All right. So now that we're ready to dive into Google Mail, notice I'm starting at google.com. Everything is web-based, so it doesn't matter what computer you're on. You can easily access your mail from anywhere. When you're at Google and you're signed in to your .NET domain, or it will be .org on July 10th, there's a couple ways you can access your mail. You can either click right here where it says Gmail, or you can go into the waffle and click the mail icon. So mail is loading, and all of your emails are going to be populated here from both your .NET and your .org, so you don't have anything to worry about. To compose a new email, all you have to do is hit the big compose button in the upper left-hand corner, and you can compose a brand new email. When you're emailing somebody, let's say I want to email Johnny, all I have to do is start typing his name, and I see his email. And Johnny happens to have a lot of different emails, so I'm going to pick the one that I know that he checks the most. Okay, and then you can email as many people. If you want to CC somebody, you click the little CC link here, or BCC, so I can always add more people to my email. Okay, and subject, and then you would go ahead and type your email. Okay, to send, click the blue send button. But what's really great about Google Mail is you can schedule your email to send at a later date. So you would click the downward arrow and schedule the send. So I can schedule it tomorrow morning, this afternoon, or I can pick my own date and time and schedule it that way as well. Okay. If I want to trash my email and I don't want to save a draft, I'm going to click the little trash icon and trash my email. Or if I want to save a draft, I would just click the X and that will automatically save the draft because, you know, we're in Google. So everything you do is being saved as you go.
That's awesome. Hey, Jen,
Mhm.
when the power goes out on my computer and I'm in the middle of typing an email, is everything lost?
No, you're in Google. So every keystroke you do is being saved. So it will definitely save your email as a draft. At the bottom, you have the option to attach files, attach links, and guess what? Since we're in Google, you can attach anything from your Google Drive. This makes it really easy to share and collaborate our resources moving forward.
That's so cool. I bet you could also drag and drop attachments straight into there as well, couldn't you?
I bet you could. That
I
makes
know.
it nice. All right. So let's talk about how we can make our Google Mail work better for us. You know, a lot of us really like the format of Outlook where you could see all your mail and you can see a preview of each email as you go. And you can do that here too. So if you click the settings wheel at the upper right-hand corner, you can scroll all the way down to where it says reading pane. And if I make it to the right of my inbox, look at that. It looks just like Outlook. So
Hey, is this Outlook or Gmail?
Email, I can see the preview of that email. How cool is that? It looks just like Outlook. So for those of us that are really struggling with the parting from Outlook and wanting it to be very similar, this is a great option for you. Another really cool thing, if you click again on the settings, you can play around with the density and see what that looks like. You can also play around with the themes. But again, scrolling all the way down, I happen to not like conversation view. I don't know about you, Johnny, but conversation view is when every email of a similar subject is grouped together in one long thread, like one long group text message. I personally am not a fan, so I do not have this clicked. So if you're like me and you would like a separate email for every individual email, go ahead and unclick email threading.
Yeah, speaking to a lot of people at the district, they do prefer that to be unchecked. So,
Yeah.
And it does make it a little more Outlookish, if you want to say that. And like you said, it's like one continuous long group text. And if you're someone like me, I want to see those individual emails coming in so I can reply to those.
Yeah. And then another really useful thing in this quick settings is where you can customize the default. So if I show you that real quick, this makes it really easy to sort your emails and check what's most important first. So notice I have all of these checked. Let me show you what that looks like. At the top of my emails, I have my primary. Those are every email that somebody sends directly to you. Google will automatically sort the rest for you as well under social, promotions, updates, and forums. For our teachers out there that get so many emails from Google Classroom that clog up the inbox, this is a really good idea for you because all your Google Classroom emails will come under updates. And that way it won't clog up your inbox so you can easily see your primary emails first. Just know that anytime somebody shares something with you, like through Google Drive or through Google Docs, those share emails will come to updates as well. So it's not like you can set it and forget it. You're still going to want to check this area, but you can check your primary first and get back to parents and administrators and the more important emails that need your attention.
Yeah, I love setting up categories. It helped me streamline coming into the office in the morning and seeing 300 emails in my inbox. Once I set up categories, you'll be surprised how much junk or fluff mail goes into the updates categories, and it just makes, you know, communication in your primary inbox so much quicker and faster. So for those of you that are new to Gmail and are kind of like iffy about these categories, just test it out for a week. You'll be surprised how quick and efficient you could go through your emails in the morning and start getting work done at a quicker, faster pace.
Yeah. And then one other setting that you really want to check is your signature, because I know we all love setting our email signature and forgetting it, so we don't have to worry about that. You're going to go up to the wheel one more time. And this time you're going to click See All Settings. And if I scroll down to signature, this is where you can set your email signature.
Could I copy and paste my email signature from Outlook in there?
You could. In fact, I made this signature in Google Docs and I copied and pasted it. So how about that? So this is where you can do that. You can set what you want you can have multiple email signatures if you'd like, and set which one you'd like as your default. And then I would go through on my own time and look at a lot of these different settings so that you can customize Google Mail to work best for you. And obviously, make sure you click Save as soon as you finish.
This is
one
like
of the rare places in Google, there's actually a Save button. So make sure you click Save. The one other setting that I really, really like at the top, you can undo your send. So I have mine set for 10 seconds. So if I send an email, I have 10 seconds to recall that email before it actually goes through.
Hey, Jen.
Of course, we should be thinking about our emails before we send them, but on that off chance you send it, you're like, oh, wait, I wish I didn't do that. You can recall it back.
And unfortunately, there is no way of recalling this in the G Suite console. So as Jen said, proofread your emails before you click send, because you only have 10 seconds to recall that email.
And then the other really cool thing is while I'm writing my email, let's say I'm writing an email to Johnny and I want to make a meeting with him, I can see my calendar right from Mail. Up over here on the right-hand side, there's a little calendar icon. So if I click on that, I can see a day at a time. And then if I want to actually pop it out to make it a whole tab on its own, I can click right here, the little pop-out icon, and look at that. I'm opening a brand new tab of Google Calendar. Of course, Google Calendar is also in your waffle, so that's just another way to get to your calendar. Okay. Once you're in Calendar, you can see that you have all your different calendars on the left-hand side. All of these are clickable, so if I don't want to see, let's see, I don't want to see my own calendar, I can unclick it and it disappears. I like to think of this as transparency layers, so you can have as many calendars visible as you want. Okay.
Now, can you color coordinate your calendar?
Oh, absolutely. So if you hover over any single one on these lists, you can click on the 3 dots and pick your color.
That's so cool.
Okay. If I want to search somebody else's calendar, all I have to do is start typing their name. And now I can see Johnny's calendar. So this makes it really easy to search for days and times where you can meet with other people in the organization. Okay. Let's look at this.
In Google Calendar, what's like a setting I should set up to show my availability?
Oh, let's take a look at that. Let's go into the settings. And here you can set your default language, default location, but I'm going to scroll all the way down, and this is where I can set up my working hours. Notice I have Saturday and Sunday unchecked. I have my working hours from 7:30 to 4:30. So anytime you invite somebody to a meeting that's outside their working hours, you're going to get a little moon icon, and that will tell you that they are not there, that's outside of their normal working hours.
This is a very big setting to help those that are sending out calendar events. So for me personally, this would be the first setting, the first area I would go to update, because if a secretary is going to be sending out invites, do you really want to be available on a Saturday or Sunday?
Correct. I don't, for sure.
Right?
And then on the left-hand side as well, if let's say I'm going to click on my own calendar, okay? I recommend not renaming this calendar because this is how people in the whole district are going to find you. You can always add additional calendars for yourself, but this main calendar should remain your actual name. And then you can come down here and give your calendar permissions. For example, I do not have mine set up for the public because I don't want anybody to be able to see all of my calendar events. But I can make it available for anyone in West Covina. Mine says free or busy, but if I wanted to, I could let anybody see all my events. So that's a personal choice for yourself. And then down at the bottom, you can give specific people more access. Okay, you can let them see all events. You can even let them make changes and manage your own calendar. So some of us might like that. Some of us might want a little bit more control. Okay, you can fix your notifications here. Sometimes you like notifications, but if I don't want any notifications on this calendar, I can totally turn this off, and that will never be.
You can add as many as you want right there. I'm a little bit of a weirdo because I'm always out and about running around, so I need like 3 or 4 notifications.
Yes.
So you can add as many as you want in that area.
And then I can also add more calendars here. If I can add a calendar, let's say I want to create my own, I can create my own here, or I can subscribe to one. I can subscribe to Johnny. And then now Johnny's calendar will be in my list where I can click on it anytime I want.
What do you need to do to remove that if you get tired of subscribing to a calendar?
Well, if you hover over any one of these, I can hide them, or at the bottom, I can unsubscribe as well.
Oh, so that'll completely remove it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, no problem. All right, let's talk about how to create calendar events. A lot of times, people like to remove all of these so it doesn't clutter up. But take a look at what happens when I do that. When I come to create, I only have the options for event, out of office, and appointment slots. But if I keep reminders and tasks checked, I also have the option for reminders and tasks in the things that I can create. Okay, so that's important. I always like to keep reminders and tasks checked so that I have that option when I'm creating an event. I also like to live in the area of more options. Yes, you can create an event right here, but I always like to go to more options because guess what? You have more options. Okay, so when I come over to more options, I can add a Google Meet, I can add or remove notifications. And again, I can add as many notifications as I want, down to minutes, hours, days, and weeks. Okay, so let's say I want to invite Johnny. And this meeting is going to be at 5:30. Oh, notice this is outside Johnny's working hours.
Well, how did that know?
Notified.
How did it know?
Because Johnny, you set up your working hours in your calendar.
Oh man, that must be pretty important then.
It's pretty important. But look at this. Let's say I want to meet at a time, but I don't know when he's available. I can click right underneath suggested times, and it tells me when all the participants can attend. So I can easily find a meeting date that works for the both of us.
That's some Google magic right there, Jen. I love it.
I think so too. Okay. Oh, and guess what? You can also change the color of your event. So you're not limited to the color you chose for your calendar. How's that? Any questions?
None from me, Jen.
Good.
You've covered it.
Oh, Johnny, is there a way to get to all of our resources? Like, let's say I want to find, some how-tos on how to use Google Mail and Calendar. Like, is there a place I can go?
Are you talking about the waffle? All the waffle?
I don't know about the waffle. The waffle has all the apps, but has the district created anything that we can use to, gather all these materials and even like access Google Mail if I wanted to?
Wow, I believe so. Give me 1 second, I'll present my screen. This past summer, we've been launching a new employee portal. I love this feature. I love logging into this portal because it gives me access to everything I need related to my work as Aries, Destiny, etc. What you want to do from a browser is go to portal.wcusd.org. And you can tell from my screen here, this is our employee portal. This is the login screen. I'm going to log into the portal with my computer login information. So for me, it's first initial, last name, and the same password that I use to log into my computer. And there you have it. It's almost like an extension to my waffle. It's not only my Google resources, it's all my work resources in one location in one place. I love that we created this because it just gives me a one-stop shop for everything I need, such as Gmail. As Jen showed us earlier, she logged into her Gmail account at google.com. She also used the waffle. What else did you show us, Jen? Oh, when you just went to google.com Gmail right here. However, here is the portal for the employees. It's portal.wcusd.org. Simply sign in with your computer credentials to access all your resources in one location. As you can see here, here's my Aries, Clever, Destiny, Gmail, Google. I mean, I love creating bookmarks and favorites in my Google world, but I think this is even better for me because I no longer have to manage and update those bookmarks that maybe those websites have changed on their own over time. I simply log into the employee portal to access everything related to my daily workload.
But Johnny, what if there's a resource that I want on there that's not on there right now?
Great.
Is there anything I can do?
I'm sorry?
Is there anything I can do to add a resource?
Oh yeah, you could always reach out to us. Absolutely. We could explore those options for you guys and make those available to you in these sections right here that you see.
But what about the My Favorites?
Over here on the right-hand side, if you go to My Favorites, you can start adding your personal links and apps in these sections. I haven't set them up yet. Have you?
I actually haven't, but it's something I want to do.
Yeah. And then you can go right here and start searching for items as such. So in the search bar right here, I typed in Gmail, typed in Aries, and you can see the system will query those resources for you, and then you can start adding them to your favorites.
But I can also create my own, right? Like if it's something that's not currently on the portal?
That I'm not 100% sure. Hey, Tony, you got that answer for us?
I sure do. So on that main page, there's a My Link section on the very bottom, and you can simply just click the plus and add your own link to whatever resource you might want to add. But as you said, Johnny, and for all you listening out there, if there's anything that your school site wants to add to that portal, we'd be happy to get that integrated for you. Many times we can actually do it in a way that allows you to just click on the link and you don't even have to sign into that resource if we can connect that on the back end. So we're doing anything and everything we can to make your jobs and lives easier and save you some time.
That's awesome. So if I log into the employee portal with my computer login and click on these resources, I don't have to use my username and password for those systems?
That is correct.
Wow. That was awesome. I'm so glad you thought about that, Tony.
Team effort.
Team effort. Right on. What else we got? Anything else?
How are we looking?
All right.
Well, we covered mail, we covered calendar. Where can people go for more help? Well, you can always contact me. I'm always available. I know Johnny is always willing to.
Let's see, Jennifer's extension, anything related to Google is 46. Obviously, we have the help desk line. You guys can always reach out to us anytime for anything you guys need, and we'd be more than happy to help, assist in any fashion possible. Our main objective here is to get you guys connected with the information you need. All right. If you guys need any help, do not feel timid in any way, shape, or form, right? We're here to help you guys out. That's our main purpose. We need the phones to ring. We need you guys to call us so we can help you out. So thank you.
Absolutely. And just to dovetail on that, in addition to the support line and our phone number, there is the help desk system that we have, which is accessible through the staff portal that Johnny just walked us through. So if you click on that, then you can add work tickets as you need to and mark their urgency as such. But again, if it's an immediate need, give us a call. Johnny, Jen, anything else to add? Otherwise, we can let these folks get on with their day.
No, just remember, starting Friday, July 10th, when you go to your Google resources, log in using .org, not .net.
Got it. Thanks, guys. Again, we are so very excited for this move. Truly believe it'll improve our communications for the entire district, but it will also be the foundation of the tool set that we use going forward to tackle any obstacle, for instance, distance learning. So we're excited to continue to provide resources for you. Please reach out. We love your feedback, and that's all you guys have. Thanks for joining. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jen.
The more feedback, the better.
All right. With that, everyone have a great rest of your day.
Bye, guys.